So tonight we're going out to actually two restaurants. We're going to Khatta Mitha, which is an Indian restaurant where they serve chaat, which is an appetizer, as well as sweets. And then we're going to also visit Ming 3. That's a Thai-Chinese fusion thing that they've got going and is upscale. And one of the things I like about it, the owners, Daisy and Rajan Matani, fabulous people, and they're very, very proud of what they've built. So let's go into the restaurant. So I am really happy to be bringing everyone to see Ming 3 Khatta Mitha today. This is really an exciting place, and the owners are great. I really hope that they're here today. Hi, Daisy, Raj, how are you?
How are you?
Good, good to see you. How's everything been?
Good, good.
Good.
Wonderful.
I'd like to introduce everyone to Rajan Matani and his wife, Daisy.
How are you?
Now, Rajan and Daisy own this place. Daisy did all the decorating, so as you look around and take in the place, you really see some of those fine elements that only a lady can come up with, I'm sure.
Only a lady like Daisy.
That's true. That's
you.
true. So, how's everything going?
It's going fantastic.
Really? You've been here since October of
2010.
yeah, Halloween.
Halloween,
What a night to open a restaurant.
I'm telling you, and since it's our second year now, I couldn't have asked for sales to be any better. We had a great clientele.
Well, why don't you show us the place?
I'd love to do it.
Let's do it.
Love to do it.
Sounds
So, we're already in Ming 3, which is an Indo-Chinese restaurant, and it seats 73 people. So what's Indo-Chinese? That's what a lot of people ask.
What's
Right.
Indo-Chinese?
Ask me what's Indo-Chinese, Gary? Right. Indo-Chinese is a fusion between Chinese, Thai, and Indian. And it's Ming 3 because we have Ming 1 in Edison, New Jersey, Ming 2 in Morristown, in the lobby of the Hyatt Hotel, and my father runs those two.
Okay.
Thereby Ming 3. And, at first, a lot of people weren't sure what to make of the food, whether it's Chinese or not. But now we've got such a loyal following that I couldn't ask for the business to be any better.
Great.
Ming's got, we've got a bar here, wine and beer license. And we've got a beautiful brick paver patio. Let me show you the patio, Gary.
Okay.
It seats 22 people. And, it's just gorgeous out here. As you can tell, we've got the lawn area. It's all green, private. And people just love to sit out here, have a glass of beer.
But not when it's raining.
Well, people like me like it, even when it's raining.
You can stay out here. Daisy and I are going to head back in.
All right, you got it. All right, I'll join you. I think I'll join you. All right, Gary, so let's continue on with our little tour. This is our dry storage area. We've got everything labeled, flour, rice, anything that doesn't belong in a refrigerator is all placed right here.
What I see is 6 cases of Indian beer.
Hayward 5000, nothing beats it.
All right.
It's the #1 selling beer here.
All right. Let's go.
Party time.
Party time, Gary. This is Mr. Lama. He's the executive chef of Ming. This guy is a real magician when it comes to the wok. He's making drums of heaven.
That's one of my favorites.
Oh,
I love the drums of heaven.
It is really great. And you should watch this guy go. It's unbelievable.
So here's what I don't get. How can he be so fast doing all this?
And that wok probably weighs about 9 pounds, 10 pounds.
Really?
It's not light. It is heavy. And to be doing this constantly over a 5.5 hour period, my hat's off to him.
He's wearing a hat.
Now, how long did that take to make?
It wasn't very long, but look at this.
Now he's going to clean that up?
Is he showing off now?
Nope, that's the way he works. And now he's going to clean that off for the next item.
So what's he doing now?
Well, let's see what he's going to start with next. What are you going to make next? Fish. Fish. He's going to make fish next.
I mean, I can't get over how fast he goes.
Oh, that's his normal way. When you've got 50, 60 guests waiting outside, you cannot be slow.
I understand that, but he is flying.
Look at that baby rib.
Do you have any idea how hot it is coming out?
Oh, I would hate to imagine. I mean, it's hot. It's hot even now that I've got you standing in front of me.
Yeah, I noticed that. All of a sudden, let's put Gary in front. I'll stand behind the fat guy and we'll be fine. It always amazes me how quickly things can be cooked if you watch it and pay attention.
And you know, once the chefs are cooking back here, they really don't want usually anybody coming in their way because they don't want their train of thought to be interrupted in any way.
What's he doing now?
Well, he's making the sauce. He's already prepared the fish. So now he's putting the sauce.
Final plating.
Final touches. And wait till you try that. And now he's going to garnish it up. Now comes the next item.
My God, you don't want to be in his way. He's a man on a mission.
He's a man on a mission. And they all are.
How long has he been doing?
Look at that. He's been doing this for over...
I think I lost the hair on one side of my head.
Over 20 years.
20 years?
Over 20 years. And that's all he's been doing is Indo-Chinese food. It's not like he was doing Indian food first. This is his specialty. It's been all his life, throughout his life.
Yeah, I could just watch him for a while.
Exactly. And you know, and he's cooking, he's communicating with his help. Get this, get that. So he's not wasting time.
Brings another home meeting to sous chef.
Exactly, it does. See, as you can imagine, it's very important for them to be able to communicate in their local language also.
He's so nice. Oh my God, it's flaming out.
Gary, I want you to see how the #1 dessert in KM is made.
Okay. Daisy told me that this is one of her favorite desserts.
It is, and there are not that many people in India, forget about in America, that can make jalebi.
All right.
That is
What's he
why-
doing? It looks like he's doing like a
That's
dough
batter.
bag.
He's made his own batter.
Okay.
And he's put in a special cloth. It's called cheesecloth.
Okay.
And now watch what he does to make the rings. And he's going to fry the rings.
Okay.
And that's a special batter. The key is in making the batter
Yep.
and how you're able to make the rings so they fry properly. We're the only restaurant in New England that makes jalebis, and we've been told by customers that these are made better than even in New Delhi.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got some friends in New Delhi. I work with a bunch of guys. I work with a Ravi, a Vivek, a Chandra, a Garv. I'm going to have them try some
Have
of
them
this.
come over, have them try it.
A couple of them are here, and another couple are coming in another month or so.
Perfect.
I want them to try this.
Sure. Good.
All right, here we go.
This is really a very, very specialized, unique talent.
So it's like a double circle.
And believe me, it's easier said than done.
You know, once years ago, I worked at a place where you had to make the soft serve ice cream.
Yep.
Spinning the soft serve ice cream onto the cone.
Yep.
It looks easy, but there's a talent to it.
Exactly.
And then we had to weigh it when we were finished to make sure it was the
Let me
right
tell you, there-
portion.
Any other Indian restaurant would love to grab this guy from you.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Are you happy here?
See, if he's not answering...
You'd not be happy if he turned around and said no.
Exactly. So now what he'll do is once this is fried to a certain color, then he's going to dip it in that other sugar sauce, which gives it the sweetness. It just absorbs that.
So it
liquid.
actually is a batter.
That's a batter.
That is then
And this
coated.
is then in the syrup.
In the
This
syrup.
is made out of sugar.
And again, the batter he makes, it's not pre-made. The syrup he makes, it's not pre-made.
Yes.
And he heats up the syrup, and then he shuts it off so it becomes lukewarm when that fried batter goes into the syrup. So the batter just absorbs the syrup.
It's like making candy almost.
It is.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like Indian candy.
Yeah, and it's in the syrup only for a couple of minutes. That's all it is.
What's in the syrup?
If I tell you, I have to kill you.
Oh, okay, well, let's not do that.
Okay,
I know saffron's in there.
Well-
Someone told me that. You can kill them
I
later.
can kill them later. So Gary, I want you to now see how he makes tandoori chicken.
Okay, great.
And then he's going to make garlic naan. So he's putting this on the sheet, and then it's going to go in the tandoor, which is a clay oven.
Oh, that's new from the last time I was here.
This one is newer. So now we've got two. So we can use one for breads and one for the non-veg.
That's cool.
So he's going to put this in the tandoor. And it really gives it a very nice flavor because of the clay. You know, it's like doing a barbecue, right? It's the charcoal
Yep.
that gives it a flavor. So here you've got the clay that's heated up at a few hundred degrees, gives the food and the meat a very special flavor. So now he's going to make a garlic naan.
That's another one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, garlic naan is very, very
How come
popular.
everything I like, you know,
Is Indian?
is Indian? Is it good for me?
It's very good for you.
Anything with garlic can't be bad, right?
Exactly.
So where did you?
And now see, that's fresh garlic that he's chopped up in the morning.
It's a lot of garlic.
Oh, well, you want garlic naan? You're going to get
Now,
garlic naan.
are these family recipes? How did you come about all of the recipes that
These are
these guys make?
recipes that each chef brought with them,
Yeah.
and then they were enhanced with Daisy.
Ah, the Daisy effect.
The Daisy effect with them. See how it just sticks to the clay? And it won't take long.
did that, Roma would fall off.
Right. It's just, again, it's a knack of how you put it against the tandoor. And how, the garlic is not falling off.
It's amazing. So how long does that actually? Oh, he closes it
It's
up.
going to be in there another 20 seconds. That's it.
20 seconds.
20, 25 seconds max. Another max.
So how hot is it in there?
Oh, it's got to be a few hundred degrees. You will not. You will not be.
It's like being in an oven almost.
It is.
Absolutely,
It is.
yeah.
You will not be able to put your face right on top of that. You'll
Well, I wouldn't want to do that.
It'll be too hot. It gets very hot. And that's probably just about ready now. And this is also.
He scares me walking around with those things.
See, they know just by looking at it when it's ready.
Years ago, I worked in a place that made pizza.
Yep.
And you do get to the point where you can glance at something
I know
based
it.
on the browning at the edge and the bubbling. You get a pretty good sense.
Well, imagine he's making a few hundred naans a day. So, with experience that he brings, he's got about 30 years of experience.
30 years of making garlic bread.
25, 30 years, well, and more.
He's kind of amazing, you know?
He also does our sauces.
Okay. Why do I feel like that's going to come flashing by?
Look at that. There you go.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And
Absolutely
you eat that hot when it's just come out like this. Actually, try it. It's gonna cut karke dena zara. I'm gonna have you try it right now while it's nice and hot.
All right. All the people that are with me today, running cameras and doing microphones, this is where they get irritated.
Here, try it.
All right. That's amazing.
Isn't it great when
It
it's
really
hot?
is amazing. All right, I'm gonna break protocol. Guys, you gotta try this. It's hot, you gotta have it now. So who's gonna go first? There's one hand coming in.
Now look at the color, which is reddish, and the edges should be dark brown. And that's exactly the way they are. That means it's made just perfect.
So why is he hanging it up like that? It's all
Well,
cooked now.
Yeah, but he's gonna now bring it down. Watch, hey, look, he's bringing it down. There you go.
Oh,
It's
okay.
easy to remove it.
And now you put lemon on it. You put lemon.
That's better than to set it and forget it, you know?
Right, exactly. And now they're gonna do their personal magic. Lemon juice. Spray
look
of
at
their
all the
special
magic,
sauces. That's right. And now I want you to
what a
try
nice
this
presentation.
also. Oh, again, food is one thing. You've got to present it properly. And that's what we also take pride in both Ming and Khatta Mitha.
So one of the things you told me when I first came in is that everyone kind of, comes in as a group. You said 60% of the people that come in here are actually a family and that kind of stuff.
And more so in Ming. In Ming,
I can't do that right now.
you gotta try it. In Ming,
Is it too hot?
40th
How
birthday
do I eat
party.
this right now? Daisy understands it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So yes, you're right.
We have a very nice crew here. They're worried about me.
You're right about people coming in and celebrating their birthdays. Somebody's going back to India after being on a consulting contract for a few years. So we do get very large groups of 10 and more people that come in Khatta Mitha and Ming, and more so in Ming. Khatta Mitha, you get more of the families, the couples, ladies. In the afternoon, 6, 7 of them come out, sit and have chaat in the evening with tea. So it's sort of, Khatta Mitha becomes the hangout place, whereas Ming becomes the more, let's go celebrate a function place.
Very good.
Now, shall we go to the front of Khatta Mitha?
Let's go to the front.
Let's do it.
Okay, we've moved on within the kitchen, but I have to tell everyone, we took a break. The camera crew, the microphone people, everyone just consumed all the food and they're going wow about it, but we have to get back to work. So, back to Russia.
So again, before we go out in front and see the chart station in KM, I want you to meet Sushil.
Hello.
Sushil works
How are
with
you?
Kajan Singh, and Sushil is in charge of making all the curry dishes. Sushil, what are you going to be making today?
I'm going to make for them chicken tikka masala, which is the most famous dish.
Chicken tikka masala is our #1 selling dish in curry. So let's watch him
Let's do it.
start making it.
Now you told me that when someone comes in here and says, oh, I want it hot, that's actually a warning sign for you.
Oh, because our food is already spicy to begin with.
Okay. So if you don't really like hot food, medium is kind of the right temperature? or-
Medium is what an average person would think spicy.
Okay.
So when someone comes in and says, I want it hot, you just sit here and go like this.
Because our food is already spicy to begin with.
Okay. So if you don't really like hot food, medium is kind of the right temperature? or-
Medium is what an average person would think spicy.
Okay. Now that's one of your more popular dishes as well?
#1 dish.
#1 dish?
Curry, chicken tikka masala. Universally, that is the #1 Indian dish. And you know something?
What?
It was not invented in India, it was invented in London.
There you go.
Chicken tikka masala was invented in London for the palate of Europeans. So Gary, now we're in Khatta Mitha, the Indian restaurant, North
Okay.
Indian restaurant. And what makes us really unique from any other Indian restaurant are two things. One is our sweets.
You've got a lot of those.
Everything is made here, fresh,
Okay.
on premises. And our chart station, where both of these gentlemen work in the chart station.
Now what's chaat?
Chart is, it's an appetizer station. And this is where we've got various types of appetizers. In the Indian culture, chaat is very, very popular. People will go out in groups. They'll just go to restaurants just to have chaat and chai, which is tea, or a mango lassi. And just becomes like a little something to socialize with while eating. I'm going to have actually Maniruddin make a chaat, a aloo papri chaat.
Okay.
And Gary, the name chart station comes from India because they used to have these charts on carts, in different locations, and people would go there and order the chaat, so they're by the chaat station.
Okay, cool.
So he's making a aloo papdi chaat, and all the sauces that you see he's putting on, or will be putting on, are all made in-house. Nothing comes from a can, nothing comes from a bottle. That was one of the things that Daisy and I talked about before we started these restaurants, that we will only sell what we make. And our chaat station, of course, is very popular, being the only place in New England. So these are all different types
that looks
of...
pretty good.
Wait till it's finished.
So when people come in for chaat, do they typically, is that what they do? A couple of different kinds? You know, in my words, they'd have a couple of apps and then have some dessert?
Yes.
Or do they go back and forth between the restaurants? How does that work?
No, I think we have a lot of people that come here for appetizers, and they will order like a whole selection of appetizers, and they'll all share and enjoy the appetizers. Then after that, they would go into the meal and again order an assortment of dishes and then share. So it's more like at home style, where you just pass it around and everybody then
Everyone
shares
shares.
the dishes. Exactly, that's what it is. And we have ladies that come here. I have to tell you this, Gary. They come here, a ladies' night out, okay? And so.
Are you telling me so I can come and be the stalker at the ladies' night?
No, they come here especially for the chaat that we have to offer, because it's really very good quality, and they come here and they order a whole lot of chaat, and they have that along with tea and chit chat, and they have social time here.
So they have chaat, they have tea.
Yes.
When do we get to the sweets?
Then they go to the sweets with their tea.
Ah.
And that's where it ends then, with sweets.
We got to try some sweets.
Absolutely, you have to.
So this chaat, and then our golgappes are very popular too. He's gonna make you a plate of golgappas. This is a very, the liquid in here starts off a little bit sweet, but then immediately turns over into very spicy.
Really?
And these golgappes, which are these little puff balls, with that liquid that's made in-house, is very popular in India. Again, this is a form of an appetizer. So he's putting chickpeas in there.
You know, if I tried to do that, I'd just have a mess on my hands.
It's definitely a technique.
So what else goes in?
Well, he's gonna then mix this, and he's gonna put it in a bowl. But I want to have him just fill these up, because I want you to try one.
Okay. You're all about people trying things. That's one of the things I've noticed when I've come here before, is that it's really try one of these. Oh, I'd like one of these. I'm thinking about this new entree on the dessert menu. It's always, you feel very comfortable coming here.
It's all about getting feedback. I'm gonna have you try one and tell me what you think.
How do I even eat it?
You'll just pick it up with your fingers.
Pick it up with my fingers? Okay, I can do that.
No, you won't.
You know I'm gonna make a mess.
You won't.
You know I'm gonna make a mess. That's very good.
Now all of a sudden you
kick
see
to
that
it,
kick to
right?
it?
You're right. It goes in, and then all of a sudden, wham.
It hits you.
Yeah, good. Talk about taking a kid to the candy store. All these sweets. Tell me about this.
Well, first of all, they're all made here. You've got sweets that are made from cashews, sweets that are made from koya. So most of the sweets here are milk-based. And you got...
So what if we have a viewer that's lactose intolerant or any of that? What do they do?
You got a problem.
Okay.
Then you have to stick to jalebis.
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Well, here's all the food that we had prepared, except the chicken tandoori. Somehow, and the garlic naan. Somehow, that went away. I don't know what.
Disappeared pretty quickly, didn't it?
It just went away. This is like a feast, and that's one of the things that I enjoy about coming here is you get to try a lot of different types of food, a lot of different flavors. It's really enjoyable. And I want to thank our hosts, Daisy and Raj and Matani, for having us in tonight and letting us disrupt their restaurant and their kitchen to share with the viewers of Westborough.
Gary, you're quite welcome. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, pal.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Daisy, thank you.
What a fabulous night we've had. You know, you come to a place like this where You get to explore different people in different parts of the world. You've got the Indo-Chinese, you've got the Thai influence, you've got a little bit of everything going on here. And again, the hosts, you couldn't ask for nicer people. The Matanis are just fabulous people. So with that, you can follow me on GaryLKelly.com or at WestboroughPatch.com. And until next time, stay hungry, my friends.